Okay, guys, right, we are moving towards the end of the week, and we're starting to look at fractions. Where we're aiming for is to solve equation with algebraic fraction. Now, it's a bit difficult, so we're going to have a transition lesson where we forget about equations. We're just going to deal with expressions. That means there's no equal sign there. There's no two sides, just one side. And what we're trying to do is not find x, because you can't if it's not an equation. It's just to simplify it. Okay, I'll explain. We're in page 114, exercise 3. As the lessons become a bit more difficult, I'm going to wear more and more silly hats, okay? Right, so x divided by 4 minus 2x divided by 3 plus 5. Now, what we want to do is simplify it. So we first of all have a look, there's two kind of terms here. There's the free numbers, 5, which is nothing, I can't do anything with it. But there's also these fractions. Okay, also these terms with x in it. And just like I have, let's say, 2x minus x, I can simplify it to make it x, or 2x plus 2x is 5x. I want to simplify it somehow. To do that, I need to get rid of the term. Okay, of the denominator. Okay, I need to find the lowest common denominator. Okay. So, what's the lowest common denominator? The lowest common denominator between 4 and 3, okay? Which one is it? 4 and 3. Well, in this case, it's going to be 12, okay? So, I'm going to have both of them, transfer them into fractions that are divided by 12. How do I go from 4 to 12? We've done that, didn't we? In the beginning of the year. 4 to 12, we time it by 3. Remember we've done that? Okay? So we're going to multiply the x also by 3. So we're going to have 3x divided by 12. Okay, so we turn divide by 4 into divide by 12. The same thing we're going to do here. Let's use another color. Okay, so the 3 I multiply by 4 to get into 12. So I'm going to have to multiply the 2x also by 4, and I'm going to get, let's keep it in black, 8x. Okay? I made sure they have the same denominator. The 5 I didn't touch. I just left it. Just 5. Okay? Now, what do I get? I'm going to write down the answer here. Now, because, why did I do all this? Now, when they are in the same denominator, I can write them at the same line. So I'm going to write, divided by 12, I'm going to write 3x minus 8x plus 5. See, because I put them all divided by 12, I can put them next to each other. And you know how to do 3x minus 8x. It's simply minus 5x divided by 12 plus 5. And that's your answer. Okay? That's as simplified as you can. Okay? You can't find x because it's not an equation. You just simplify it. You can agree with me that this is more simple than that. Here are the 1, 2, 3 terms. Here I only have 2. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's do one more. Okay. So here I've got 4 terms. Okay. And you can see you've got a bunch of a's, which I'll try and simplify. The 3 is going to remain 3. I'm not going to do anything with it. So as here, I need to ask myself, what's the lowest common multiple, the lowest common denominator? It's the same thing. Which number all these guys fit into? Okay, which multiple of all, what is the lowest multiple of all these numbers? 2, 5, and 10. Well, they all fit in 10. Okay, I don't need to multiply, here I multiply 4 by 3 to get to hit 12. I don't need to do 10 times 5 times 2, because 2 fits into 10, 5 fits into 10. Okay, so the lowest common multiple will be 10. Okay, because I didn't change the denominator here, I'm not going to change the numerator. So it's still going to be 3a divided by 10. Here, okay, I have to multiply the 5 by 2 to get 10. So I'm going to have to multiply that also by 2. I'm hoping I'm not making too many writing here. So 2a times 2 is 4a. Okay? Plus also 10. What did I have to, I'm not going to write that down if you don't mind, because there's too many squiggly lines. From 2 to get to 10. What do I have to do? I multiply it by 5. So I'm going to multiply a by 5. I'm going to get 5a. And the 3 I leave because I don't need to put them up. Okay, so plus 3. Okay, plus 3. And then Because now they all have the same denominator, you guys don't have to do this stage. In fact, we're not going to do it this stage now. What is 3a divided by 10 minus 4a divided by 10 plus 5a over by... Okay, let's just write it down. Okay, so 10. I'm going to have 3a minus 4a plus 5a. They're all happily family together sitting above the 10, so I can write them together, plus 3. And now I can do it. 3a minus 4a is minus a. Minus a plus 5a is 4a. So I'm going to get 4a divided by 10 plus 3. Now, if you write that as the final answer, you will lose a mark. Because I can still simplify 4 divided by 10. Right? What is 4 divided by 10? It's 2 over 5. So I should write 2a over 5 plus 3. Okay? Now, some of you probably will ask me, sir, do I need to write 2a over 5? Or can I write 2/5 times a? Okay? It's the same thing. This and that is the same thing. Not a problem. You can write either. Okay? Guys, I think I'm going to put in one more question. I'll check in the textbook. I'll just pause you for a minute. Okay, guys, one more example. Okay? 3p minus p over 4 plus 11. So again, we're going to try and merge these two terms because they are something with p. Now, the reason I chose this one is a little bit funny. So I've got a denominator 4 here. What's the denominator there? It's just 3p. There's no denominator. So what is the denominator? 0? No. Okay, so at some point, I think last year, you probably heard that 3p, I can write as 3p divided by 1. I can always divide by 1. I didn't change the number. And I recommend you do that. Because now suddenly we have a denominator as 1. And now you've got to ask yourself, okay, what's the common denominator between 1 and 4? That's easy, 4. Okay, 4 is a multiple of 4, obviously, and of 1. So I'm going to multiply that by 4, or 1 to 4, so I need to multiply that also by 4. Okay, so I'm going to get 12p minus p over 4 plus 11. Now I can say, okay, they're both on the same denominator, 4. So 12p minus p. Okay, at some point, I think next week, we're already going to skip this. In fact, let's just do it now. Okay, let's just do it now. I can just straight away, because they are both divided by 4, I can say, okay, so 12p minus p is 11p. Yeah, let's try and shorten things here, because you don't need to go through that stage every time, okay? Because they're both sitting, only if they're sitting on the same number, on the same denominator, then I can just do 12p minus p. If they're not on the same number, I can't say 3p minus p is 2p. That's wrong, because they have different denominators. That's why we try to make the same denominator, okay? And then I've got plus 11. And I have to ask myself, can I simplify 11 over 4? No. That's it. That's as simple as it is. Okay? So we're going to practice that. I'm going to give you a lot of time to practice that before we're moving on to the next bit, which is a bit difficult, is using that fraction to solve equations.